Hello and welcome to another episode of Jim's Allotment. Today I'm going to explain to you how to grow and look after sunflowers. So the first thing to do is to plant the seeds. So all I've got here is some little pots. Any pots will do basically, but they need to be reasonably small. This is just standard potting compost. You don't necessarily need to have seed compost to do this. And basically all you do is, I save my seeds, so these are the seeds that I've saved from last year, so the seeds look kind of like that. So all you need to do is stick your finger into the soil, so about that deep, and then put one seed into each pot. So just go around and put a seed, and don't worry about the orientation. Well, I don't worry about the orientation of the seed. So put one seed in each one. Some people say to put two in. If you've got plenty of seeds you can do that, I'll just put the one in because I find that most of them germinate anyway. So you can be doing this right the way from the start of April, really, if you're in a warm greenhouse, and right up till sort of mid-June you can still plant them, so you have plenty of time yet this year to plant sunflowers. And if you get a pack of seeds, that'll last you for life, because I'll explain to you later in the year how to collect your own seed from these sunflowers, and you'll then have seeds for the next year and so on. So I'll just plant the last two in there. You need to get the ground reasonably firm, because what you want to do is, you don't want it too firm, I just sort of tap it down, but you want the seed to be in contact with the soil. That one looks a bit. So as soon as you've patted them all down, don't forget to label them so you know exactly what they are, and then water them in as soon as you planted them, and then you should start to see them coming up to growing and coming up to the surface in the first week or so of planting them. After a couple of weeks, after they've germinated and come up, they'll grow to kind of this size, and as soon as they get to this size you are then ready to put them out side in the position
when
you've
decided where you're going to put your sunflowers, basically what you need to do is you need to have somewhere to support them where it's not too windy, because these will grow to sort of 7 or 8 feet in height. So what you need to do is have something like I've got here, where I can put something across the back to support them. So the first thing you need to do is prepare the ground, and as you can see here, I've shook the ground out. It's a little bit wet, so it's not breaking up particularly well. I've put some chicken manure in here just to give them a bit of a boost to start with. So what I tend to do is I'll have one here, and you don't really want to plant them any closer than say 14 to 18 inches, so the next one will go there, and then I'll put 2 more over there. So dig yourself a nice reasonable size hole, make sure that the ground is reasonably loose. As I say, this ground is a little bit wetter than ideal, but we've had quite wet weather recently, so the ground's a little bit wet. Then your sunflowers, these have got a little bit leggy. Ideally I would have put these out a little bit sooner, but they'll soon recover. So not to disturb the roots, if you press the plant out from underneath, take away any debris from the bottom. What I like to do is plant them a little bit deeper than they've been in the tray. So what you find is you get a lot of roots coming from here as they grow, which will support them. So what I tend to do is put it in the ground, and then make sure that the ground is all the way around like that. I like to leave a bit of a hollow around them, so when I'm going around and watering, I can puddle the water round the bottom, and as they grow taller the ground will start to go in. So that's one in. I'll just put another one in, so just push it up with your finger at the bottom. These trays are quite ideal because anything like this you can just push them out from the bottom, which is why I like to use them. Take away any dead leaves or whatever you have, and then place that in the hole. Knock around a bit of soil, that's a bit of chicken manure,
more rotted chicken manure, and then just make sure that they're well pressed in so that there's no air gaps. Now as soon as I've finished planting these up, making sure that they're upright, as soon as I've finished planting all of these, what I'll do is I'll come back straight away with a watering can, and I shall water these in so that all the soil goes around the roots so they're completely in contact with the ground. Okay, so all I need to do now is just make sure that they're kept watered if we do have a dry spell, and then maybe in about 3 or 4 weeks time I may need to put some support on them. As I say, the wind can blow them over potentially, so what I normally do is put some kind of steel pole behind and tie them to that. So anyway, I hope this has been informative for you. If you want to comment on the video, please put your comments below, and I shall see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.